علي ولي الله غضب العلوي تفجر الله أكبر حيدر 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 الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله علي ولي الله غضب العلوي تفجر.
And welcome back to 𝗦𝗨𝗥𝗡𝗦. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share and hit the notification button. The reason for that is because the moment a video gets released, you'll get the update straight away. So once again, I'm back with Sheikh Atabek. This is a continuation of our interview with him. So Sheikh, we want to come to our next question. And that is regarding Islamophobia. Yeah. Okay, so when there's no doubt that Muslims are facing Islamophobia in the West, especially more in the West than there is actually in the Middle East itself. Do you think Muslims are partially to be blamed for the Islamophobia? And is there a certain mindset or a certain, you could say, ideology which fuels this Islamophobia?
Zaidi, I think it's one of the most important questions in our time. For example, the mindset of if there is some friction or conflict, so each side thinks that they are just victim of oppression. Okay, same thing about the other side also.
Sure.
Understand? But if you zoom out and look in a bigger picture, you see that there is some negativity in both sides, and so that is my understanding. Look, I'm not into, for example, I do not socialize a lot, even though I may look very socializing, etc. on Facebook, but I do not go out to socialize with the people a lot. Okay, so most what I can be seen in outside, maybe some of my friends or etc., they may see me in coffee shops. That's it. So I do not mix with the people. So that's why I cannot speak about that Islamophobia in that level.
Sure.
But I can speak about Islamophobia in my own level.
Sure.
Academic field.
Sure.
Believe me. Okay. The researcher, free thinking researcher, he feels the actual reason of Islamophobia coming from no one else but from us. For example, I'm Hanafi, okay, so I do not believe in killing the apostate for the apostasy.
Right.
Unless he starts creating mess in the society.
Sure.
This is the position of Abu Hanifa.
Okay. When you say society, do you mean under an Islamic system or
no, any.
Okay, so under any system.
Yeah.
If a certain individual is an apostate.
So apostasy is not reason, but
okay.
if he starts messing there, so creating frictions which leads to the bloodshed
of other people.
Yeah. Right. And ganging up with the guns. Sure. And going out, for example, at night to scare. Sure. You understand?
Sure.
So the governor of that state, he has a right to execute them, punish them.
Right.
But besides that, I don't believe in it.
Okay, so it has to go through a certain judiciary system.
It's only governor can do it.
Okay, so exactly. So it goes through a certain judiciary system.
Yeah.
And in that way, certain punishments can be implemented.
Yeah, only then. Yeah.
Right. But we cannot take the laws in our own hand.
No, never.
Right. Just to clarify that.
You as individual, you're responsible. If you see that these guys, they're creating mess, like a killing, etc. Sure. Your duty to inform the authorities.
Sure.
That is the maximum you can do.
Sure.
But being involved and fighting, you can do only in one situation. If you see them physically trying to kill someone, then you can go to get involved physically.
Sure.
Do you understand? But besides that, it's only the governor or the one who is appointed by governor to look after that field.
So
exactly. And that is what I believe. Okay, and this is the actual position of Imam Abu Hanifa, narrated from the senior students of Abu Hanifa.
Right.
So I remember, was it about 3 years ago, I made some lecture, and then I have written an article about it. Oh, these angry responses. There was not an academical thing, in response, but it was, oh, what's your address? Where do you, that type of thing.
Right.
So, look, Islamophobia, this causes Islamophobia, isn't it?
Sure.
So, people, I'm quite sure, because I do have a lot of followers who are non-Muslims.
Sure.
Okay, some of them academics.
Sure.
So when they read these things,
Sure.
definitely it will cause in them some type of Islamophobia.
Sure.
They will say, look, if that's
It's
what
a
Islam
violent,
is,
it's a violent religion.
So means you as individual, you have no right to research. You have no right to have your own independent thinking. Okay, regardless if that is based on your understanding of Quran and Sunnah.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Sure.
So definitely that causes Islamophobia. So I would call it like intellectual terror or academic terror, you know.
Sure.
So definitely that causes Islamophobia.
Sure.
So non-Muslims will say, we don't want this. We want to have a future, beautiful future, in which people coexist.
Exactly.
You understand? So if that's the meaning of Islamophobia, so I would say big part of the reason is actually from our side.
So it's interesting because I was reading a statement by one of the heads of the Wahhabi or the Salafi ideology, Ibn Taymiyyah. He actually mentions that you can actually take the law in your own hand.
Yeah. No, this
As you aware of this as well.
Very,
And I think this is probably one of the reasons why sometimes you see these crimes
exactly.
committed in the name of religion in the West, where people go out and you know, they'll kill a drummer who was part of the army, or you know, these attacks they carry out, you know, they call it vehicular jihad or whatever they call it. But at the same time, it's true, I think Muslims are to be blamed in this.
I do believe so.
But at the same time, I do believe that there is a certain mindset or ideology which leads to that type of, which sets the fuel for
and also, you know, these media, we humans, we have animalistic mindset. We love to over-exaggerate.
Sure.
One problem happens, straight away on YouTube, on everywhere, oh, it's a big, no, it's not that. So I think media is also using these errors, which is committed by some Muslims, to pump it and to look to create that Islam. I think it's like, as they say, clap comes from both hands, you know. Yeah, but definitely I do believe that partially each of the sides are responsible for it.
How do you think Muslims generally should fix up on this particular issue?
We need knowledge, you know. We need knowledge and like thinking. Knowledge, not just whatever is written by black ink on white paper to be followed, but filtered, digested, and accepted or rejected. So we need knowledge, you know. We need knowledge.